It's never been easier to get started with the Jamstack, right in your browser, no local dev environment required. One way we can get started is by cloning an existing Jamstack starter. I'll use this template to create a repository in my own account, then I'll open it in Gitpod. Gitpod gives us a full development environment, complete with terminal and browser preview on the appropriate port. And for a Gatsby project, we also have support for the full GraphQL interface, which can be popped open in its own tab. We can make changes to our project, commit them to our Gitpod workspace, then, when we're ready to sync, push back to our repository on GitHub. From our Git repository, we can easily publish our site using an online hosting platform. With my GitHub account linked to Netlify, I can search for the project and have it deployed to a Netlify app. I can choose to connect a custom domain later. Deploys are automatically triggered by changes to my repository, so any further commits in Gitpod will update my live site. But sometimes I just have a small change to make or a typo to fix, and I know I won't need a full dev environment or preview for the code I want to change. Here's where I can navigate to my site on github.dev instead of .com just by pressing the period key when I'm in GitHub. Now I get a minimal code editor that also lets me save and commit my changes. Netlify's continuous deployment is triggered by my commit, and once again, my live site is updated. One advantage of working in the browser with minimal development overhead is how easy it is to try something new and experiment with no commitment. Let's check out Eleventy in the browser with nothing to configure. From their page of starter templates, we can choose to try on StackBlitz. We can open a default starter, explore the project structure, make some code changes, and see a live updating preview. Notice that we haven't even hit save yet. But I'm convinced. Let's make an Eleventy block. Forking the project to my own account lets me save and connect to a GitHub repository. This is my Eleventy jam. And if I check back on GitHub, I have a brand new repository. Now I can make changes, save and commit back. I can even create new branches to keep my work organized. And if I check back on GitHub, I can see the branch already there. Now, my future work can be done in whichever branch I choose. And back on GitHub, I can compare and merge branches using a pull request. We can also contribute to our favorite Jamstack projects right in the browser. Here, I'm looking at one of our most popular Astro themes, Astro Inc. But I don't quite think the README does it justice. I can open the repository in Code Sandbox, fork it to make changes, then link back to the original GitHub repository to contribute back. Notice that I don't have access to commit directly to main on this project, but I can create a branch for the commit and start a pull request. These are just some of the ways we can Jamstack right in the browser. My personal site is built with Astro and has tips for getting started. I can also be found on Twitter or in the Astro Discord. Are you coding on a Chromebook? Itinerant on an iPad? Reach out and let me know.